Take one, roll A, March 20th, 2026. And action. There you go. Got some beagle action there. Beagles want to go out. You too. Come on. All right. Hello, Melanie Martin. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Let's go make a coffee. Alpha needs a coffee.
Hi, Melanie.
All right, the dogs are out.
Hi, Mustang.
Hello, Mustang MG.
Thank you, Melanie. You too. Right back at you. Hey, Joe. Hey, Carrie.
Okay, let's go over there. Okay. You want to be regular? You want to be
regular? Do you remember your instructions?
What my instructions are.
That's good. You remembered tits up. Janice! Hi, lovely.
Janice Q, welcome on in.
Jolie, hi, sweet lady. Joe. Hey, Caroline. Happy spring to you.
Hello, Caroline N. Welcome on in. Yes, the first day of spring. Merry spring.
Thank you, Melanie.
Hello, Joseph Gartrone. Back from happy hour. Good job, Janice Q. You and Joseph Gartrone are the best.
I love you too. I aspire to be you too.
I went out earlier today.
Yeah, he went to happy hour at noon, lunch.
Well, that's not happy hour. That's lunch.
Okay, he went out to lunch. He brought me home food. That was nice. That was my happy hour. He brought me wings and Irish stew.
Right.
Very delicious. And plenty of leftovers. Even though I was eating his leftovers.
Yeah.
There was so much. Like, if we went there, we would just have to order 2 things.
Yeah, I wasn't hungry. I was thirsty for Guinness.
Ah. Spring brings out the Guinness and Fafo.
Well, I didn't drink. I did drink stout when I came home. I didn't drink when I was out.
Fashions and mezcal. Ooh.
Smoked. Okay. Oh, the smoked old fashions where they do it under the glass.
Mezcal. Ooh.
Oh, the worm? Did you eat the worm?
No, he did not. Liquid lung. Mustang remembers when liquid lunches were tax deductible.
And they came out of petty cash, Mustang.
There you go. Right.
You have to see how much there was in the petty cash box.
You can't. No more. It's too expensive to go out to lunch. Ain't coming out of petty cash anymore. No worms, Joe said.
Okay. No worms. All right.
So, guys, if you notice bruises on me, like this one that you just saw. Yes, Trina's back. I was in the hospital, so that's why there are bruises. And, those people don't stop. They're always poking you. It's like living with Fafo. He's always poking at me. Thank you, Janice Q. Happy Fafo Friday to you, honey. I feel great. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, guys. You've all been wonderful. Hey, Judy. Thank you, honey. I feel like I'm seeing a different chat from the TV to my phone. And I'm all caught up on both. So I'm not sure I understand why. Huh.
What's going on?
I feel like I'm seeing things on the TV I'm not seeing on my phone. Or vice versa.
Well, there's always a delay.
Okay. It is National Sloppy Joe Days. Fafo will be making Sloppy Joes. I'm going to let him do it himself because I tried to tell him a recipe and he was like, well, I'm using Satcheries. I'm like, use whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. Really? So, evidently he saw a recipe. So he's all set. So I don't know how he's doing it, but go ahead. I don't care. It ain't treating Friday. So anywho, went to the hospital last Saturday, the
7th.
Came out this Tuesday, the
St. Patrick's Day.
17th, 10 days. Hey, Dindin! And up to this point,
Hey, Dindin.
I have lost 65 pounds.
Hey, Gerard.
That's what I was carrying around.
How much?
65 pounds. And we're still losing. Water. That's why I was so inflammation. Sis, mwah. Hi. And, it was starting to become troublesome. So, off to the hospital we went. I am Caroline. I'll tell you lose 65 pounds in 10 days. It's a wonderful thing. Ange is a little pissed, though. She's on the Moonjaro.
Thank you, Melanie Martin. Very nicely. Thank you.
Melanie, thank you so much. 65 pounds is a third grader.
Thank you for that super chat.
Imagine carrying around a third grader all day, every day. It's a tough one. It was tough. It was getting tough. Yes. But I'm back. They did it again. They saved me. So I came home. This is the best. They sent me home with oxygen. So the way they explained to me in the hospital was it'll be like, portable oxygen. Those commercials you see for, I think it's called Inogen? And the people put it into like this little lunch pouch. Kind of like what Joe Coffey got yesterday. And they carry it around on their shoulder.
Yes.
And they walk about town and no problem. So they made it sound like that. I came home to...
Which that is called an oxygen concentrator. It takes ambient air.
Thank you, yeah.
And then it concentrates the oxygen in the ambient air. So you won't run out of oxygen. It'll only die if the battery dies.
Okay. So that's good. That's fine. So anyway, I came home. I don't need oxygen. It was just they were trying to figure out what was going on. Did I have this? Did I have that? Did I need this? Did I need that? I didn't need anything. I came home 65 pounds lighter.
Janice Quattrone, thank you very much for that super chat.
Janice, thank you.
Thank
65, 650. Yes. Hey, Manolo.
Hello, Manolo Chapa. Welcome on in.
Winston and Lori. Hi, honey. Thank you. I know you did, Lori. Thank you. You're so sweet. And I didn't come home to one of those. I came home to 3 giant oxygen tanks. Giant. And a machine that looks like... You know what Ange calls R2-D2, her air conditioner in her house? That. You know the thing the nurses walk around with in the hospital? One of those. I'm like, what the fuck? We have a very small house, if you haven't noticed.
So I'm going to show them.
I mean, this is the room, basically, that we live in.
Let me show them.
Everything.
Okay, there's one oxygen tank.
There's one.
right? There's one oxygen tank. It's on wheels. It's on a little cart,
Right.
right?
Right.
And then there's Lulu.
Right.
And then instead of sending her an Inogen thing,
Yeah.
they send her these two tanks.
That's what I'm supposed to walk around
We're
with.
supposed to carry those two tanks around. Those two tanks will give us
Life.
2 hours apiece, maybe 2.5 hours apiece of oxygen.
Yeah.
And then they give us this thing. Now,
Uh-huh.
this thing on the bottom is the stationary version of the Inogen. This thing is the oxygen concentrator.
You believe this?
And this thing on top of it is the compressor, which when the oxygen tanks run out, I'm supposed to put the oxygen tanks on that and then get filled up.
You believe
Then
this?
if we lose power,
Yeah.
we have this 50-pound oxygen tank to use in case there's no electric.
I mean, people, they're nuts. Like, I'm sure they could make it so everybody gets an Inogen.
Uh-huh.
Wait, we're buffering maybe because you're moving.
Uh-huh.
Let me see. Yeah, we're back. Yes, scuba diving. You can't carry that under the water. That would drown you. What is that? Joe's mom had an older version of these. We're buffering.
Okay. Let me try fix it.
Okay, we're back.
Well, yeah, that's the delayed buffering that you saw.
Okay, I am not. Okay, I'm good. I have no diagnosis. I'm fine. Once they got all the water out of me, I was fine. Now, why I filled up with water is the question. So, I don't need anything except a mild water pill. And a cardiologist, which I have, who is my cardiologist in the hospital. So, just follow up with him. He'll notice if all of a sudden it starts happening again. The problem was, it was happening again, but I didn't go see him. Hey, Ange! Thank you, Jolie. So, that's it. I'm not smoking. There's my patch. See the patch? No smoking. She quit for good. She's done. Done. And the best thing, first of all, they prescribed the patches, so I'm getting those. And my son, who's never really a heavy smoker, but he decided he didn't want to be smoking at all. So he bought these things, Velo, and he likes them. So I figured, all right, let me try that. Let me tell you, there's no reason to smoke. It's a little pouch, and you put it in, like, right down here. And you know the thing that, like, the baseball players do here? You don't look like that. Oh. I had one in there. I didn't even know. That's funny.
Oh, you had one in your
I
mouth?
had one in.
And you want to put another one?
I should have kept it in. I think I could keep it in. There you go. And I told everybody what happened. You already know. And was there through all of it. And Joe kind of saved my life by telling me stop being an idiot and go to the hospital. Yes, quitting, right. I'm home, I got help. Thank you, Lori. I did it. Right. You go to the hospital and you can't smoke there. So they put on a patch and they're like, that's it, quitting smoking. And then I came home and I'm like, well, I'm not going back to smoking. That would be stupid after 10 days. So yesterday, my really big thing, stop being an idiot. Basically, that's what they said. So, I mean, I smoked constantly, just constantly. It's offensive to me, the smells in this house. Like, I got to get rid of all the smoke that I smell. Still, after 2 weeks of nobody smoking here. So honestly, it's just like ridiculous. And it's my fault. So anyway, a couple of absolute triggers was after a meal, on the phone, and when I went to the bathroom. So my first big test was yesterday morning. I went to the bathroom, and I always have a pack of cigarettes and an ashtray and a lighter in the bathroom, naturally. And it was right there, right there. And I thought to myself, oh, I could have one cigarette. It's not going to kill me. And then I literally yelled at myself in my head. I'm like, you are a fucking idiot. It literally just nearly killed you. So off I went to get a Velo, stuck it in my mouth, threw out the cigarette, the ashtray, and the lighter. And that's it. That was the only test points I had. And I will not ever go back to it. I was reading lawyers.
So did you tell them about the best part about the oxygen?
A lot.
That they gave me like 60 feet of hose for you to walk around this house with it?
Yeah.
Like all that stuff I showed you is supposed to stay where it is. And she's supposed to have this 60-foot hose with the 3 beagles running around.
Yep.
And go from there to the bathroom, to the bedroom, to the kitchen, the oxygen on.
Right. And I don't need oxygen. It was determined I don't need oxygen.
Let's take your pulse ox right now. So if you don't have one of these dandy little gadgets,
you should get one.
If you don't have one of these little pulse oximeter gadgets, you got to get one.
Evidently, you're supposed to be 90 to 100.
Middle finger?
It's right there. I have 5 fingers. I'm giving you all 5.
I'm not asking for an inventory.
90 to 100, and I was at 68.
Between 60 and 77. It was fluctuating between 60 and 77.
I'm at 94. I'm at 94.
Why are you flipping your finger at the people?
So they could see it. Oh. Sorry.
So 94 is good.
94
so
is
Joe
great.
Coffey had sent me a text the day she was sick.
The day.
And the day he sent me the text, and there was a whole little graph on there, and it said 88 or below.
Could be an emergency.
Go to the hospital.
And I was in the 60s.
So
we listened to Joe Coffey and Angela.
After the second ambulance call. See, she's not telling you the whole story. You have to put her under the hot lights and grill her. What happened on the Saturday after Fafo Friday? So there was Fafo Friday on March 6th.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
What was that Fafo Friday? Because I was making Black Russians.
Okay, you were making Black Russians. That's all I know.
So whatever. Fafo Friday, March 6th.
Fafo Friday, March 6th, Black Russian Day.
So I had my Black Russians. So the next morning, I'm sleeping late because I had a lot of Black Russians.
Right. And I was up earlier.
There you go, Joanne. So I'm banged up from the Black Russians, so I'm sleeping. It's late. I wake up 11:30 in the morning. And even the dogs, they're on my program. They're like, yeah, Dad, we're hungover too. Let's sleep. So get up 11:30, brush our teeth. I go to let the dogs out.
Yes, Judy.
And then I see Treat 99 out here in the living room. But instead of sitting in her chair, she's sitting on the floor in front of her chair. On the floor, on her ass.
Yeah.
With her legs splayed out like a little Raggedy Ann doll.
Like a 4-year-old.
And she's drinking her coffee and smoking a cigarette.
Wait. We lost something. We're off.
What do you mean? Oh, we're off?
Yeah. We're not connected. We're buffering again.
I'm connected here.
I don't care. We're not. Do you all see us?
Let me see. Let me see.
Yep.
Well, on the camera, give it a few minutes. I don't know.
Yep. I got your hand. Okay, we're back. Oh, well.
So who was telling the story?
You were telling the story.
So I come out here. It's 11:30 in the morning. She's sitting on the floor.
First of all, guys, do you hear us? Are we back? Tell us if we're back. We're good. Okay, it's fine. We're good. We're back. All right, Fafo, continue your story.
So she's sitting on the floor, and I said, "What happened to you?" So she says she came out here. She made her coffee. She naturally got her cigarettes. She was all set up to sit down, watch her TV. And she went to turn the floor lamp on, which is behind the TV, and she fell and hit her head on the bay window, like where you sit. So
Right there.
she crawled over here
I didn't crawl. I can't crawl because I have knee
while
replacement.
she
I
scooted.
scooched on my tush. First, I felt my head to make sure it wasn't cracked open because I gave a pretty good hard hit on the bay window. Head was not bleeding, so I figured, all right, I'm fine. I didn't want to wake him up because he'll just get in a panic. Like, what do I need that for? So I scooched over my way so that my back was up against this chair. And I knew everything I needed was right here, which I could reach from right there. So I reached up and I got my coffee, I got my ashtray, I got my cigarettes, I got my lighter, I got my phone, and Ange was on. So I was in the chat like I always normal. And I just carried on waiting for Fafo to wake up.
So Sassy Saturday. She's sitting out here on the floor watching Sassy Saturday.
Yeah, right. Uh-huh. That's how the day started.
So I can't pick her up because
I was 70 pounds heavier at the time, so he really can't pick me up by himself. Like, no.
So we call 911, 911. Two Chester cops come, and an ambulance comes. So me and the ambulance guys, big strong guy, and two of the girls. One of the girls dropped Treaton's leg. We pick her up and put her in the chair.
Yes.
So the ambulance guy is taking her pulse ox and saying it's kind of low. We should go.
Right.
And then she's like, no. Give me a minute. Let me see. So her pulse ox got back up into the 80s.
Right.
She's like, no. I don't want to go in the ambulance. I'm fine.
I don't want to go to the hospital.
So refuse medical transport.
If I have to go to the hospital, I want to go to an ambulance because you skipped the line. They take you
had
right
an ambulance.
I know. I'm saying you said I didn't want to go in the ambulance. That's wrong. If I'm going to the hospital,
you refused the ambulance.
I know. Well, I refused the ambulance because I didn't want to go to the hospital. But if I have to go to the hospital, I want to go in an ambulance. I don't just want him to drive me because then I have to wait. I don't know what's already there in the emergency room. So then they just put you in the chairs and you wait till a doctor can see you. If you go in an ambulance, you're like, come on in, you're next.
Is that how it works?
Yes.
So then they leave. They leave about whatever, 1. Maybe.
Because I said I didn't want to go.
Maybe she refused.
I refused.
She signed. Refused medical transport.
Right.
So then
the day continues. I feel like shit.
10 o'clock comes and she's like, I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired.
I'm tired. I'm going to sleep.
I'm tired. So I take her pulse oxygen. And what was it? In the 80s or something?
Lower.
70s?
Yeah.
She's like, let me go to bed. I'm going to go to bed. I'll lay down for now. So she's laying in the bed.
Right.
I said, all right. For 11 o'clock, she goes to the bed. I said, I'm going to check on you at midnight. So I check her oxygen. It's low. It's in the 70s. So midnight comes, and it's between 60 and 77. So I said, call 911. So she's calling 911. I left her with the pulse ox machine. And then it got up into the 80s. So what did she tell the 911 guy?
Cancel.
Never mind. I don't need the
Cancel.
So cancel the ambulance. So luckily, it's 911 procedure that if you call, even if you hang up, they come to see what's going on.
If you call twice in the day.
No, you don't understand. Even if you call once and hang up, they're sending somebody to see what's going on. So I'm like, she canceled the ambulance. What am I going to do now? So then 2 cops come. I see them outside in front of my house. I open the doors. I turn on all the lights. One of the cops was the female cop who was here at noon. And she was like, she's got to go. I said, absolutely, she's got to go. Then another cop came in, Officer Weinstein, and he came in, he says, she's going. I said, yeah, she's going.
Uh-huh.
So we went in the bedroom and told her, you're going. And she's like, what do you mean I'm going?
Yeah.
So I put on her hokas, I said, "Can you walk to the living room?" Helped her walk to the living room. She sat in my chair. The ambulance people came in. So this time it was a female. The first time was a female ambulance EMT, and then a big guy EMT. This time it was another female EMT and an older EMT guy. So he was like, "Oh, I can't carry her." So we were like, "Can you get down the steps?" So she got down the steps backwards. She walked backwards to get down the steps.
And I have all four of them around me.
She got on the gurney in the dark, because now it's dark. It's like after midnight. So it was like a calamity of they couldn't lock the gurney in the ambulance. It wasn't locking. They couldn't take off that way. And finally, they got it locked, and the way she went.
Away I went. And then, I don't know, people were like very serious around me. The nurses, the doctors, they were all quite concerned. Which, I mean, I'm laying in the bed on the gurney and I feel like, I don't know, I felt fine. I didn't know what all the hubbub was. Evidently, I was like,
Come on.
had I stayed in the bed and gone to sleep, I wasn't waking up. Pretty much. So, that's it. That's my story. 10 days later, I'm back.
No, that's not the story.
That's not the story.
That's not the end of the story.
That's not the end of the story.
So they take her into the cardiac care unit in the hospital. Now, I don't know if you people know this, but the number one most psychologically stressful thing is the death of a loved one. The second most stressful thing
Hey, Newfie.
is a room change.
Yeah. A house change. A moving.
A move, a big move.
Right.
So she's in the cardiac care unit, happy as a clam, and now they want to move her. No, she's in one room, so they move her to another room.
No.
Yes, you were in that room that first day, because when I got there. They have 4 different room numbers here. She had 4 room changes in 10 days.
Okay. First, they take me up for emergency. I get a room. Okay. They take me into this room. Now, I had been in this hospital before, and I know that
Is it on a mountain?
Yes, it was a beautiful view. I had the best room in the hospital. The doctors, the nurses were all like, "Who are you? How come you got this room? Like, it's gorgeous."
Yeah, RFD. It's pretty serious.
So, hi, RFD.
Anything below 88.
So I went, they're taking me into this room, and I know it could be used as a double room. Now, this hospital opened on the guarantee they will never put you with a roommate. You will always have your own room.
Come on.
So I know to ask, because it happened to me the last time I was there. They tried, well, they brought a bed in.
Come here.
And then I asked the nurse, are they bringing someone in? And she said, they're going to try, but if you don't want it, just refuse. They can't bring it in. They can't bring someone in unless you agree. So I always remember that. Very important to remember that. So they're going to take me into this room. So before they get me in the room, I'm like holding on to the doors of the room. And I say, is there someone else in there? And they're like, yeah. So I'm like, I don't want this room then. I want a private room. So they're like, well, this is the only bed we have, which I know is bullshit. Come on. They really think we're stupid. They do. Like, they really don't know that we're onto them. I'll tell you another story in a minute. So, okay. So I say, forget it. So, I mean, it's like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm kind of like beat. So they're like, she's really quiet. So I'm like, does she have visitors? Because that's the thing. It's not about the person being quiet. It's about 20 people going to show up to like do merengue and salsa parties
And
in
read
the room with her.
magazines.
And read magazines?
You know how annoying it is when people are turning pages, reading a newspaper?
Anyway, she didn't move. She didn't talk. She was asleep. She was fine. And no, she didn't have any visitors. And yes, I went into that room. Okay. Now she's there for like the next day. All right. The day after that, she's leaving. She's released. And I'm still there. So now I know the plan is to bring another roommate, so I have the same questions. What kind of roommate? I don't want a roommate. If this is my room, then this is my room. I'm not taking a roommate. So I tell the nurse, you tell whoever you have to tell. I know you're not in charge of this. You tell whoever you have to tell. Nobody else is coming in. So she's like, okay, I'll tell them. So she tells them, and she comes back, and she's like, no, they said it's a double room. Somebody else has to come in. So I said, well, then they better move me into a private room, and then two people could have this room. So there's a lot of back and forth. No, no, can't do that. Don't have it. I'm like, well, work it out, because forget it. I'm not. So they worked it out, and I got a private room. So I was in the private room. And that was the second room that you had. So I'm happy as could be. I'm in my own little private Idaho in there. There's not enough room in that room to move anybody else in. It's definitely designated a private room. So I'm fine. And I'm on the cardiac floor. So then at one point, I think that was Friday, I had gone a whole week in that room. And then on Friday, they say, well, I'm better now, and I could be moved off the cardiac floor. And the same thing happens again. They want me to move from the cardiac floor to, that's the fourth floor is cardiac. They want me to move to the fifth floor, which is like step down, even though it's the higher floor. Step down, cardiac care. So I'm going to the fifth floor. So I say, okay, just make sure I'm going into a private room. So what do they tell me? We don't have a private room. You're going in with a roommate. So I say, well, then I'm not moving. So I get everybody all in their with their panties in a bunch. And the head nurse in charge of everybody, all the nurses, comes in. And God love her. She looks like she's been there since the day the hospital opened. She's about, I don't know, 92. Got to give it to her, though. She has her shit together. She's wearing like a polyester suit, a polyester shirt, and her hair is done up, and she has her little old lady eye makeup on, and you know she's still putting herself together. So she's the big gun. So they send her into my room, and she says, you know, you have no choice, and we have to, and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, no, I'm not. So she says, so you're refusing? So I'm like, no, au contraire. I am not refusing anything. I will move, but I will move to a private room. So she's all in a huff. So she walks out, and then I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. So I tell the nurse who's still in the room with me, I tell the nurse, go get her. So she comes back in thinking that, you know, this is going to go another round and she will win. And I'm like, uh-uh. So I say to her, you know what? I'll call my husband. You want me out? I'm out. And I pull off my oxygen. At that time, I was wearing the oxygen because they didn't know if I needed it or not, so better safe than sorry. So they had me, you know, wearing the cannula. So I pull it off, and I'm like, I'll leave. I'm leaving. Here, you want the room so bad? It's your room. I'm not fighting this battle again. So now they think I'm a little cuckoo because now I go for the, what do you call that?
IV.
I go for the IV to like pull that out. That gets their attention. No, 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 you can't pull it out. I'm like, well, you want me out, so here, take it out. I'm out. I'm leaving. I got my private room. And that was the end of that. I was in the private room until I left. And then there was the day that they decided that am I ready to go? Half the team said I was ready to go. Half the team said I wasn't ready to go. I know I'm not ready to go because I know how I was feeling. I was feeling better, but I wasn't ready to go. So now they're ready to kick me out again. So I said, fine, I'll just go. And tomorrow, it was late in the day already, I said, and tomorrow there will be a headline story in every newspaper editorial who will hear my tale of woe. Go ahead, throw me out. So I won that battle also. So I had a few battles, I had to like stay strong. I did, and I think they all got the message not to fuck with me. So after that battle, I ended up staying. That was Friday. I stayed Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and they were very trepidatious about trepidatious or trepidatious.
Exactly.
One of those about how am I going to react when they tell me, it's time to go. Like I don't have a problem going home. I want to go home. Home is better than the hospital. I was just saying, don't be rushing me, man, because I don't know what your fucking rush is. So I say to the doctor, what is this, insurance? What's the difference? My insurance is paying for the bed. What's the difference if you throw me out and get someone else's insurance? So he's like, no, it's not about the insurance. So I tell the doctor,
Yes, it is.
who the fuck are you kidding? Just like that. You think we don't all know that insurance runs everything? Well, tell them I have very good insurance that I pay a lot of money for, and my insurance will pay for this room. So he was cool. He was funny. He was like laughing because I kept coming out with one-liners like that. And so we had a thing.
Ange says you
rapport.
did have a nice room. It was roomy.
It was perfect.
Ange was ready to move in. She's like, ooh.
God forbid. So that was that. I stayed. Nobody bothered me again. Tuesday, when they said we're ready to go. Oh, so here's the story about Tuesday. Ready to go. Again, it was half and half. Am I leaving Tuesday? Am I leaving Wednesday? We're not sure. So it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I call Fafo and I tell him what I know. And what I know is it'll either be today or tomorrow. What are you doing, Fafo? And Fafo tells me he's going to a restaurant who's having a St. Patty's Day band with Outside Wife. So I'm like, cool, all right, that's good.
Because it's St. Patrick's Day.
They said that. St. Patty's Day band. You could all assume,
it's
right?
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patty's Day band, right? Why would you think?
So I watched Ange in the morning freeze her butt off at the New York City parade.
Right.
Then I was going to go see an Irish band.
Right. So that was his plan. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. So you have to be here because now it's determined I'm leaving Tuesday. So the doctor signed off. All the paperwork is done. I'm going to be ready to go. So I call him and tell him, okay, listen. And when you just know they're not paying attention to you. I knew he wasn't paying attention to me. Because after everything I said to him, I'm like, repeat that back to me. And he would say stupid shit like, repeat that back to me. Like, I wanted to slap him. Had he been like in my, right here, I would have like slapped him, like screamed at him, like something. I knew he wasn't really paying attention. But what I told him was, go see the Irish band. You have until, at 8 o'clock in the hospital, everything changes. The front desk closes. Everything is done through the back of the hospital. It becomes more of a rigmarole to get in and to get out. So I tell him, because I don't know what time this Irish band is going to. So I tell him, all right, so after the Irish band, come get me. I figured he might want to come home, check on the dogs, do that, that's fine, and then come get me. Be here no later than 7 o'clock. I give him till 7 o'clock. That's 5 hours. Go do your thing. Be here by 7 o'clock. Okay? Now, I've been waiting all day, but patiently, calmly. They're still treating me very well. I wanted to have my dinner there because it's just easier, even though I didn't eat anything all day because it was a lot of back and forth. And a lot of people in my room. Like, I had no appetite. I had iced tea and a couple of oranges. Because I just wanted, like, refreshing stuff. I didn't want anything heavy.
And guess what else she had?
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. Stop. That's a whole other story. Put it down. Whole other story. Put it down. We will get to that next. So now it's 7:05 and the nurse comes in who has been on shift all day and she says to me, what's going on? Your husband coming? Like, where's your husband? So I'm like, yeah, I don't know. And at this point, I'm thinking he's always on time. Like, he's never not on time. So at this point, I'm thinking I have to go down to the emergency department because there had to be some kind of like accident, and I'm going to find him down there. Like, why else would he not be here by 7 o'clock, right? This is what's already going through my mind. So I call my house, and he answers happily. He's like, "Hey, babe, what you doing?" What am I doing? What are you doing? So he says, "I'm cooking." You're cooking? You're cooking? It's 7 o'clock. You're supposed to be here already. We're supposed to be home. You could be cooking for me. What the fuck are you doing? So I'm like, I don't even have, I can't get into this now with him. So I just scream at him, stop cooking, shut the burners, grab your coat, and get here. And we're only about maybe 20 minutes away, so I knew he could get there. 7:30, he comes walking in the hospital. Meanwhile, I hang up with him, but I'm still in that rage. And poor nurse is standing there, and she heard the brunt of the rage, and she's laughing because, like, I'm just raging at her, even though she doesn't deserve it. I'm raging at her as if she is him. And she's like, "Go ahead, give it to me, girl. Let me have it. I know. Let it all out." Okay. So by the time he gets there, which is 7:30, so that's so terrible, I'm all packed up. I'm ready to go. But, Fafo has to check every door, every corner, every inch of space to make sure we got every butter and creamer and ketchup packet. Nothing could be left. So he did a final check of the room, and off we went into Fafo's car. And home we came. And that was the end of my hospital experience. However, there was one thing that Fafo was busting to show you. These. I fell in love with these in the hospital. Most days for lunch, I just had like a turkey sandwich, a bag of this, and an orange. And iced tea. That was my lunch. And I love these. So now I looked in, because there's a difference now. Remember when they were made, the baked was made with Olestra, and it screwed everybody's stomach up? Well, now these new ones are made with real olive oil only. So I want these because it's not screwing up my stomach. It's fine, and they're baked. But the baked ones were baked and made with Olestra, and Olestra was the original.
They gave you diarrhea.
Right. So now I want these that are made only with olive oil. So gimme. So here's the ingredients. Dried potatoes, olive oil, cornstarch, sugar, salt. Okay? That's it. So I want these. I don't want nothing with some strange fucking ingredients. I want these. So I look on my Walmart app. They only have the old ones, the original ones with Olestra. No.
Yes, Dindin, it's Lay's brand.
Yes, Lay's. I don't want that. I look on ShopRite app, same thing. They're trying to get rid of the old shit before this must be a new thing. And it's healthier, so the hospital has it. And then I look on Amazon, my very favorite website in the world, and they have it. And they sell, you know how Amazon sells, they sell it by a case. So I see these, original, regular flavor, and I see barbecue, and I love barbecue chips. So I order a case of these and a case of the barbecue. That'll keep me going for a while. And I think each case has 24 bags. So, okay. So I have 48 bags of chips. That's good. That'll keep me going for 2-3 months. Fine. By then, ShopRite, Walmart, everybody should have them anyway, but I get a case. And they come in a box bigger than the R2-D2 unit. It's huge. It's a huge fucking box. And each huge box inside holds a case. 1 case of these and 1 case of barbecue. And Treaton made a mistake. It wasn't 24 bags of chips. It was 60 bags of chips in each case. So now I am the happy owner of 120 bags of chips. So now here's the punchline to all that. I say to myself, Jody, you really don't need that many chips. So I get on the Amazon app and I want to return the chips because you just return anything to Kohl's and they send it back to Amazon and no problem. And we still had the huge box and the two huge boxes that came inside the huger box. So I figure, well, that's easy. We'll just send it back at Kohl's. So I get on and I return, first one. And it says, okay, as soon as you hit the return button, there's no need to actually return it to us. We will credit your account.
So
for
she
the
didn't
return.
tell you that the box was like a coffin that these chips came in. It was the size of a human coffin.
I told them it was huge, like bigger than R2D2 there.
Bigger than R2D2.
Twice the size of R2D2. Like floor to ceiling size box. And we don't have room for a box or two boxes, because it's inside, for that amount of anything.
Joe Coffey could have used it as a lunchbox.
Yeah. So, okay. So now I got one box, these, the original, free. I didn't even want to get them free. I wasn't trying to pull a fast one on Amazon. I was going to return them, but they said, keep them, they're yours. So I'm keeping them, they're mine. So then I'm like, right? It worked for these, let's try out the barbecue. So maybe it was too soon, I don't know. But the barbecued ones, they didn't accept any return. Not keep it, not return it. It was like, it's yours to keep. Fine. And then, I don't know, I decided to try it again the next day. Maybe I just needed, maybe it was the timing of one and then the other. So I tried again. And voila! Same thing. Keep them. They're yours. Your account is now credited. So, okay, I have 120 bags of chips, but they were free. And I never return anything to Amazon. So it's not like this is putting my account in jeopardy or anything. We're good. And I have 120 bags of chips, which I will eat because I eat them every day with my lunch. Except today because he brought me wings.
I'm going to sell them outside Meadow Blue.
Yeah.
$1. $1.
That's
you laid baked, not fried, 50% less fat, olive oil. Cheers. $1. Maybe I go two for $1. Two for $1.
I think you could sell them outside the bodegas.
Two for $1.
Oh my God, so funny. So I think we have covered everything. I think. Do you hear us? Are we still live? Okay, yeah, we're live. Okay, good. Yeah, the baked ones are really delicious. Right, Halloween. That would be perfect. That's funny. Those chips, aren't they good? Sis, right? I'm sorry, I haven't been reading your messages. Yes, they are delicious. I had a lot of stories to update you guys on.
So Lori Malore, she lost 60, how much?
65.
65 pounds of water weight.
65 pounds, peeing out 65 pounds.
That's a lot of water weight.
65 pounds in 10 days. That's pretty good. And I'm still losing.
Because there's like 7 pounds to a gallon of water.
So that's like 10 gallons of water so far. Almost. It's a lot of fucking water. And they had me hooked up because you can't run to the bathroom
10 gallons of water. Yes, that's 10 gallons of water.
So they had me hooked up to...
That's a lot of water to carry.
That's what I was carrying. Right. Exactly. That was like walking around carrying 10...
Well, the big bottles are 5 gallon. So it was like you had a 5-gallon bottle in each hand.
That would only be... How much is...
10 gallons, right? We said 10 gallons?
I don't know. Excuse me. What's the math?
7 pounds equals 1 gallon of water. It's 7 point something. Well, we go 7.
So the big jugs are 35 pounds.
Because it's 5 gallons.
Right.
5 times 7.
So it's like walking with those two.
Right, one in each hand.
One in each hand.
All day long. And
All
going
day.
into bed. And going to the bathroom.
That's why I needed his help all the time, getting into bed, getting out of the chair. You can't... I couldn't lift that amount.
So if you want to know what you felt like, get yourself 2 5-gallon jugs with handles.
Right.
That's what it felt like.
Walk around with that for...
But that's good exercise.
Months.
You can put them down when you get tired.
Months. I couldn't put them down. They were with me wherever I went. Right. It's quite annoying. So yeah, they had me hooked up to PureWick. Any of you see those commercials? PureWick, wonderful system. It is like a tampon basically, but outside. It doesn't go inside. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. It's an outside tampon, and it has a wire, and the water goes through the tube, not a wire, a tube, and goes into a jug. And then as the water comes out, and it's literally water. I mean, there is no, it doesn't smell like pee or anything. It's water. And as it comes out, they empty the jug. And they keep track of how much, and they keep track of your weight, and like that. And it is a wonderful system because there's no way that amount. I would literally have to just stay on a toilet. Like there's no way you could get up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down.
Dan didn't
that
have the
often.
Furewick in the hospital last year.
There you go. Right. I'm sure anyone, ladies who has been in the hospital and needed it, yeah, you would have that. Right. And there are commercials for it. Mother, you know, in her whatever 70s, she's so happy because now she could sleep through the night, and she lives with her daughter who could also now sleep through the night. And it's a wonderful system.
Yeah, it's a vacuum system, Jolie. It's just
Right. Right.
certain slight psi of vacuum constantly,
Yeah.
and it's just constantly vacuuming.
Right. Yeah. So that's it. Fabulous. Fabulous device.
Robert Kaczynski had it too.
He did?
That's what Joseph Quattrone is saying.
Oh, I don't think he did. I don't think men have it. I think it's a lady system.
I think they do have it for men.
They have a different system for men.
They
not
had called that a Texas catheter.
It's a catheter, right?
But no, the Texas catheter goes outside,
Oh.
not inside.
Oh, okay. So, okay. So that's my tales. All my tales.
Walking around with 2 5-gallon jugs, Streeton.
And I knew it was happening. It had started since Thanksgiving. And I know that because I figured, all right, I have fucked around with the gluten-free too long. So I'll go totally gluten-free. So now it's pissing me off because for Thanksgiving, I didn't eat any of the good stuff because I was being totally gluten-free. So I did not have stuffing. Yeah. I didn't have all that delicious food. So now when my kids come home for my birthday or with Mother's Day, we're having Thanksgiving. And I'm eating stuffing.
But you have to drink less now. They told her she's drinking too much liquid.
Too much.
Like, you know how they tell you to drink 8-ounce glasses of water a day? That's 64 ounces. She was drinking like almost double that amount.
I can't. Nobody said that I was drinking double that amount. I
just did.
I'm on a reduced fluid. So they would count every ounce of fluid I had in the hospital. Like for dinner, when I would order dinner, if I ordered dinner, they would reduce the amount of iced tea I could have with dinner, like by 4 ounces. Like they counted every ounce that I drank. And there was a limit. The limit was 1 3/4 of 2 liters. So 1 liter plus 3/4. And the only way I could remember this is by thinking of a 2-liter bottle of soda. 1 3/4 of that was my limit, which is really plenty, but don't go over that. So I have to maintain that. And I'm on Lasix, which is a water pill. And another one. Lasix and another water pill. But it's lessening because I'm not like peeing like I was in the hospital. Well, in the hospital, they had me on the intravenous Lasix, which, whoa, baby. That's the one that's just like a constant flow of water coming out of you. And then they went to the pill Lasix, which they had me on 2 of those plus 2 other water pills a day, and that was still like, whoa, baby. And then they reduced the 2 to 1 and 1, and that's what I'm still on. And that's doable. That's manageable. So there's still a good amount of fluid that's coming out. So I love it because I weigh myself every morning and it's delightful. I lose a few pounds every day still. So it's very, very good. And I'll tell you another story. When I was in the hospital in 2020, nothing to do with COVID. After COVID, I went to the hospital. Same thing. Also, didn't realize that it was happening. Didn't realize so much that until we were leaving the hospital Tuesday night, I realized that, oh shit, I was on the same floor, the cardiac care unit. I was in the hospital in 2020 for cardiac care too, and they were doing the same treatments. It was the same thing, but dummy here didn't realize. So when I got out of the hospital then, I weighed 217 pounds and I had quit smoking. And I fucked it up. I gained back a ton of weight and I started smoking again. So this time, I am not, I promise you all, hand to God, I will not fuck it up. I am going to continue on this path of no smoking and seriously eating like really healthy. So I don't gain any of the weight back. All right, now we're going to go in the kitchen with Fafo.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
Sorry.
I got these things. I got Vila. I got a secret weapon.
She got Vila.
And it's so non-obtrusive, I forgot I had it in there.
It's so non-obtrusive. All right, let's go cook.
All right, go cook. Don't call me. Don't ask me. Nothing. I was going to tell you. You yelled at me. You're on your own.
At you. All right, let's make some sloppy Joe sandwiches.
Go ahead.
Let's get our pan. Let's get our heat. Put our heat on high. Take a little vegetable. You want olive oil?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You always start with olive oil and butter.
And butter.
You got to give the meat someplace.
Give the meat someplace
to go. You got to give the fat a head start.
Okay, baby.
Let's all watch this together. Fafo yelled at me when I tried to give him the recipe.
Well, it's just sloppy Joes. How hard could it be?
Okay. You're right. I agree.
And then we have a pound. Look at, this is a pound. This says a pound. This says 16 ounces on it, right? Look. It looks so small. Look at this. This is a pound of meat? Really?
Yeah, that's a pound.
That's crazy. It looks so small.
It's 80-20. Cook your meat.
It looks so tiny. All right, that. And we've got a bag of peppers. We've got some pepper and onion blend. Wally Mart. I think that's enough for a pound of meat. Handful. I'll put a little more. Ba 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 ba. Right. Move this around.
I'm just going to say.
You're going to say?
It seems like Fafo is a little lacking in ingredients, and I will not be helping him because when I tried to give him the recipe, he yelled at me.
Uh-huh.
He told me he's using Satcheries, and he kind of shut me up and shut me down, so he's on his own. So anyone in the chat world who wants to help Fafo, feel free. I will not be telling him whatever I see you writing because I'm not helping him at all.
Well, I can't see the chat anyway.
Well, I know that, so you're on your own. Good luck.
Ooh.
But if y'all notice, his ingredients do seem to be quite lacking. But okay.
I don't know. It's only a pound of meat.
Okay. Go for it.
And it's for Sloppy Joe, so.
Okay.
Well,
Remember, the whole secret of Sloppy Joe's is the sauce.
what sauce?
Sloppy Joe sauce.
We don't have it.
You're supposed to make it.
All right, now we just got to break up this pound of meat. Break it up. Brown it up a little bit. I don't know why they. This is like a new gadget they invented. This hamburger thing. Okay, we'll let that sear. We got it on high. We'll open up our tomato sauce. All right, next thing, we're going to put on some tomato paste. Tomato paste. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Do-do-do. Chop that up. Do-do-do, do-do. Do-do-do, do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do. Now we're going to add, now, a little garlic. We could put a little garlic. Got a little bit of minced garlic. Put some garlic in there. Garlic. Right. I'm going to put a little ketchup. Ketchup. We're going to put a little mustard. Do we have yellow? We have stone ground mustard. Nah, we're not going to put mustard. And we're going to put some grape jelly. Let's put some grape jelly in there. There you go. Do, 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 do. Little sasheries. Little bit of sasheries. A little bit. Stir it around. So yeah, Treaton was in the house for 10 days. I'm exhausted. I need a vacation. I need a free cruise. Oh.
Alright, so you mixed peppers and onions and ground beef.
What's that?
So you mixed peppers and onions and ground beef.
Yes. And now I'm going to put the paste in.
Okay.
Boy, the paste is thick.
You know, you only use like a teaspoon of paste.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you stir it around so it gets the taste of the paste out.
Okay.
You don't want the taste of the paste.
All right. So what do I do with the rest of the can of paste?
Yeah. Okay. Don't worry about it. Meanwhile, work on what you're cooking. You know everything. Go ahead.
We're winging it here, kid.
Yep. Good. Wing it all you want.
It's
I'm
just-
not seeing any sloppy Joe sauce, so do your thing.
Isn't the paste the sauce?
Absolutely not.
Oh, what's the sauce then?
Sloppy Joe.
Oh. I think this is good. And we have gluten-free toast we're treating.
Worry about making your sloppy Joe sauce.
It's it. It's done.
It's not. No, it's not.
It's done.
This is ground beef with peppers and onions and a teaspoon of paste. This is not sloppy Joe's. You call it
And
what you want.
ketchup, and ketchup,
Okay, and
and grape jelly,
no.
and what else? Tomato sauce?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. I mean, if you're doing Italian, yeah, tomato sauce, and then you're done. Put it over pasta.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, unless you tell me something else, this is done.
Okay,
just
well,
a-
don't call it sloppy Joe's. 'Cause
So then what
it's
is
not.
it? Sloppy Fafos?
You call it sloppy my ass, whatever you want.
Sloppy your ass?
Uh-huh.
All right, look at that.
Hey, Leela. Hey, Colleen.
Colleen. Hello, Colleen.
Yes, you were right, Dindin. He should have done that.
Oh, what should I have done?
Thank you, Colleen.
Let's see.
You better call Dindin. Yes, Melanie. That is what we would have used, but we were going to make our own. But now, seeing he wants to make his own, we should have done that. Will you stop making fun of our gadgets, yo, Ange? No, I'm not guiding him.
That's it.
Ange and Joe did come to visit me. Yes. Well, they basically saved my life, so yeah, then they came to make sure it worked. Ah, Lori, you're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you, Karina. Thank you, Julie.
I'm going to have mine on Texas toast.
As far as alcohol,
Made with love.
I've been having like 1 or 2 drinks with just 1 or 2 shots. Don't make anything for me.
You want gluten-free bread?
I don't want anything. I wanted sloppy joes, but since this definitely is not,
So what are you saying is missing?
I don't know. You figure it out.
I don't know. Let's see. Let me look at the
We
chart.
know you
What's
don't
missing?
know. That's quite obvious.
Yeah, I don't see.
I will tell you it smells good.
You will tell me it smells good.
I'll tell you it smells good, whatever you're
smells good.
cooking, which is not sloppy joes, but what you were cooking smells good.
Yeah?
Taste it. See what you think. See if
looks-
it needs anything.
It looks really hot.
Yeah, it does. Well, take some on a spoon and let it cool off.
It looks really hot.
What's the flame on?
9.
I would definitely lower that down to like a 2,
Okay.
because the meat seems to be cooked.
So I'm going to get some of this juice out of here.
It's fine. You don't have that much. You could use the paper towel.
Yeah. So what am I missing?
I'm not going to tell you.
All right.
What does you're on your own? What part of that do you not understand?
I don't know.
Because he was nasty. He was nasty about it. Like, I don't do this for me. I do this for him. And I wasn't in the mood to do this today. I wanted to talk to all of you and tell you, my story, but I mean, really, I could have just sat here watching Bravo all night. I was pretty fine. I did this for him. So after I do all this, getting ready for him, and I try to tell him, how it's going to go, how you make it. And I was coming in to actually make the sauce for him. That was going to be my contribution, so he didn't even have to worry about making the sauce. But he knows it all, and he gave me an attitude. So go ahead. It was so close to me saying I'm not doing Fafo Friday. You all don't know. It was so close. The next words out of my mouth were, "Go fuck yourself" and Fafo Friday. Don't include me. Like when you're asking somebody to do something for you, you don't give them attitude. That doesn't help. And his excuse for everything now is, "I'm exhausted." Not me. Not me, who carried around 70 pounds since Thanksgiving. Nope, not me, who's been in the hospital for 10 days, being woken up. There's no sleeping in the hospital. You all know that. Not me. He's fucking exhausted. This is all I hear from him. So he's allowed to act and do whatever he wants to do or say. And if I say, like, what the fuck, it's, "I'm exhausted. You don't know what I've been through." Don't I, though? Okay. All right. See how long we're going to use that for. Doofy! I love you all, too. That's why I'm here. Yes, dear. Nope, paper towels work just fine. We don't care, yes, dear. You can't sleep in the hospital, of course not. I have been awake for 10 days. Yes, dear, that would be one of the ingredients. Correct.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, Newfie, that was a lot of peeing, honey.
We're good. We're done. Let me put the toast on.
He's done. All right. That's Favo's version of Sloppy Joe's. Others might say it's just meat with peppers and onions.
So
And
what's
a
missing?
spoonful
What's
of
missing to
tomato.
make it sloppy?
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay.
I was going to show you the video like I always do, and I was going to have all the ingredients out for you like I always do.
Uh-huh.
And I was actually going to make the sauce for you.
And then?
And then you opened your mouth.
And then?
And then I did not do any of that. And then you were on your own. You should taste it before you put it on there. Make sure you don't need any, anything else. When you cook, you got to taste.
That tastes pretty good to me.
Did you taste it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to taste?
Nope. I want no part of it. You promised me Sloppy Joe's.
I promise you nothing.
Yeah.
That's what
Well,
you
that's
get.
what I'm getting.
That's what you get, kid.
Nothing.
All right, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. Sloppy Joe Fafo.
Doesn't look too sloppy to me.
Sloppy Joe Fafo. Let's see.
Alrighty.
Let's try this.
Yeah, huh?
Let's try this.
Does that look sloppy to all of you?
Does that look sloppy?
Yep. Yep. It's doing it his way. Are you? Good, sis. Karina's laughing her ass off. Uh-huh. He's gonna love it, I guarantee.
That's real good.
There you go. You're really good. It's really good.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
The grape jelly makes it.
Did he seriously put in grape jelly?
The grape jelly makes it.
Ange, Dinden, Sis, Jelly, Joe, my people.
It's good.
He didn't put in grape jelly.
Mm.
I would see, he never puts anything away, so I would see the grape jelly on the counter.
Mm-hmm.
You want some chips to go with that, Fafo?
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
Got any?
I have.
Oh, let me go over there. Let me get myself something to drink.
There you go.
What should I get to drink? A michelada? Let me get a michelada. Oh, no. I have hazy.
Colleen! Hi,
Hazy.
baby.
I have hazy.
He skipped the mustard and put in grape jelly. He really put in grape jelly?
Hazy.
No. No, he didn't. He took out the mustard and used jelly. Okay. That is absolutely disgusting. Jelly and tomato sauce? I mean, tomato paste? I can't wait to rewatch this one.
All right. Now.
Oh my god.
What are we doing?
Oh my god. Swedish sloppy joes. It's a poor, poor man's sloppy joe. Okay. And he loves it. Look at this. He loves it.
It's pretty good.
Okay, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
We're hearing
All
it's
right,
pretty
burn
good.
it off.
Uh-huh.
I have a beer.
There you go.
I have beer.
Uh-huh.
I have my sloppy joe on Texas toast.
Uh-huh.
Now let's see. Let's carry this. He's good.
According to you, it is.
And some chips. And a bag of chips.
All that and a bag of chips.
Look at
there
that.
you go. There's dinner.
I got a bag of chips.
All right. Fafo sloppy joes.
Tasty.
Yeah.
These chips they taste like Pringles. They're good. I'll give you later, Izzy. So let's see. I don't know. This tastes pretty good to me.
Good.
I know what you're all saying is missing.
Yep. Okay. You eat. You eat, my dear.
Oh. It's kind of like a shepherd's pie on toast.
Shepherd's pie with grape jelly. Never heard of that either.
Very good. So what ingredient would you like have me added to it? What, tomato sauce? More ketchup? I put ketchup in there.
It's the only thing you got right.
What? Ketchup?
Peppers and onions.
I don't know. It's good.
Peppers, onions, and meat.
That's
You
good.
started out good.
It's okay. It's good enough for YouTube work. This isn't the Food Network.
Okay. Whatever you say, Fafo. It's Fafo Friday. You can do whatever you want to do. That's why somebody asked, why didn't you put peanut butter? Now we know.
Because of the grape jelly?
Yeah. I didn't think they were telling me the truth. Apparently they are.
Oh.
I couldn't believe that somebody would do that.
He's good.
Alrighty.
Well, I watched a few videos, and they put in grape jelly.
Okay, good. Did they put in anything else?
Not that I can remember.
Okay.
Mmm. Well, was I supposed to get a jar of manwich?
You could have, but we were going to make our own sauce. That was the point, to make our own sloppy Joe sauce.
Well, why do you have to make sauce? It's already juicy. Do you see how much juice I took out of the meat?
That's grease.
Right, that's grease. Exactly.
That's not juice. That's not sloppy Joe sauce.
Okay.
Okay, but the recipe I have, here, guys, here, 70 pounds thinner. What do you think? Look, my dress that I was busting out of. Better. There we go. See?
Did the turn?
See? I didn't do the turn. It was good.
Do the turn.
I'm not turning. All right, now here's the recipe I read. And you tell me if my recipe matches your recipe, guys. Here's the recipe I was going to follow.
Everybody says, looking good, kid.
Thanks. Thanks, guys. Okay, so the recipe I was going to follow called for ground beef, onions and peppers, garlic.
I put garlic.
You did? What garlic did you put?
Refrigerated garlic.
Good, good. Garlic, good. Ketchup.
I put ketchup.
You put ketchup?
I put ketchup.
Okay.
What else?
Mustard.
We only had stone ground.
Did you use it?
No.
Okay. You could have. Worcestershire.
No, No, I didn't put Worcestershire.
What'd you look at me like that for?
We have like a gallon of Worcestershire.
Well, yeah, you were supposed to use some. Water. And Kathy seasoning.
I use saccharies.
Okay. So you left out the you added garlic.
I left out the water.
Okay, that's fine.
And I left out Worcestershire sauce.
Okay. All right, now all of you who have made this, whose recipe is closer to yours? Mine or Fafo's?
So the only thing I didn't put in is Worcestershire and water and mustard.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
No big deal.
All right. Well, as long as you liked it.
But I added grape jelly.
Well, there you go then. Definitely mine, Jolie says. Joe Quattrone says mine is more traditional. Thank you, Leela. Chicken soup. I love chicken soup.
We have.
We still have Kathy's? Holy crap.
What?
Well, I might later, but not now.
It's good. It's made with orzo.
I
My neighbor made me chicken soup with orzo and carrots and chicken.
Thanks, guys.
This
What is
Fafo
Angie eating tonight? I don't know. Ronnie's in here? Hey, baby.
Hello, Ronnie. See?
Hey, honey.
Fafo ate a lot of meatloaf when Treatment was in the hospital.
He's lucky because Saturday night, right before I went to the hospital, they made a big pan of meatloaf that was supposed to be like Saturday and Sunday's dinner, and probably Monday for lunch. I wasn't here, so he ate it all every night. He had meatloaf.
Mm-hmm.
Adriana! Hey, baby.
Hey, Adriana.
Yeah, there is a lot of head on that beer. I'm catching up. Yeah, it'll taste good, but it's not a sloppy Joe. Thank you, Adriana.
So
You're a
to be
sweetheart.
a sloppy Joe, it has to be more runny.
Sounds more, yes, dear said. Sounds more like a blind man's sloppy Joe.
Blind men gotta eat too, you know.
Okay, that is funny. Intake in a day, I'm allowed to 1.75 liters, whatever that is. How many ounces is in a liter and
I don't know. Let me see.
1.75 liters.
Well, a liter is like the skinny bottles of soda.
Right. So how many? That's like 32 and a half. So 15, 45. I'll Google.
Like 4 of these.
Now she wants to know in ounces. So let's see. 1.75 liters. Let's see. It's how many ounces? 1.75 liters. 2 ounces. 60. Oh yeah, we were close. 60 ounces.
This is 19.2 ounces.
60.
So 3 of these.
3 of those.
3 of these.
Right. So far today I've had half a can of ginger ale, a small glass of iced tea, and I just poured this water with a shot of vodka. So, whatever that is.
That's probably 20 ounces there of liquid.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was a delicious Fafo sloppy Fafo.
You call it that. Sloppy Fafo.
No Worcestershire sauce, no mustard.
That would give it all the flavor for me. I love Worcestershire and I love
Well, I can
mustard
still add.
with
I can
ketchup.
still add.
You hardly have anything left. What are you eating?
What do you mean?
You like it. Eat it.
There's half a pound left.
You like it with jelly. Eat it. I'm not eating it.
Delicious.
Good?
Didn't even try it.
No. She didn't and she won't.
Well, you have Irish stew there.
I do have Irish stew and 2 wings
And
left.
wings.
This is true.
Umami wings.
Umami wings, and they made it with this, like they really let the onions, they really cooked down the onions. And then they put the wings in with the really cooked down onions. So delicious, so flavorful. Really good.
They are good.
They are really
And
good.
they smell Asian.
Right. They have an Asian flair to it, yes. The only thing I didn't like was I didn't like their blue cheese. But I didn't need the blue cheese because of the delicious sauce with the onions.
And my friend that I went with, John, said this is the only place in all of Rockland that he's found that makes these wings.
Really?
He's come here to order the wings to take home.
Wow. They're really good. I would go there, definitely get the wings.
He loves the wings.
I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like you love the chips.
If I could order 120 wings, I would. Maybe for our next party.
You can on Super Bowl. They sell the big trays.
There you go. All right. Cool.
Or any time of the year, really. They do big cookings at that place.
I love you, sis.
They catered the COVID for the COVID people.
God bless them.
Mm-hmm.
That is lovely.
Well.
Yes, limiting salt. Yes, yes. Everything is better with grape jelly. Yeah, Julie. Judy, I never heard that before. Yeah, really. And, right? You're all up there in the water. I gotta keep it low. Colleen, check with your doctor. What do I know? I know what they told me. See, and Ange's doctor told her a totally opposite thing
With the water?
with the water. Right. Ange has to drink extra. I can't drink too much.
But they tell everybody you got to drink 64 ounces a day.
That's,
But that's not true.
well, what did I just say? I could drink 45?
No, 60. You said 3 of these.
Okay, 60.
Roughly 3 of these. These cans come anywhere between 18 ounces and 25 ounces. These tall boys.
Yeah, well, I just go with, well, my diet was low salt. So when you call in the hospital, you call for your meals. So they give you a menu, and on that menu is, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So whatever I wanted, they had me down as gluten-free, cardiac diet, low salt. So of all the choices, like 3 pages of choices, I had about 3 things that were available to me. That's why every day I had the turkey sandwich, a bag of chips, an orange, iced tea, a Jello if I wanted to give up some of my iced tea. For dinner was good. A burger or a chicken breast and grilled. And I swear they have a barbecue in the basement wherever they're cooking, because the hamburger and the chicken breast all tasted like it was being barbecued.
Yeah, they probably
Absolutely
do have a grill there
delicious.
with a hood.
Delicious.
Sure.
And they had beans that whoever was cooking they were authentic. They were black beans. Whoever was cooking them knew their way around beans, let me tell you, man, because those beans were unbelievable. So beans, so the choices for like the side dishes: broccoli, green beans, black beans, mashed potatoes, pretty much. So I would always get the mashed potatoes and the black beans. I was very pleased with the meals, even though I had a choice of like 3 meals.
And the meals always
and the
came on
breakfast,
time.
always on time. And the breakfast, beautiful, stunning. And post a picture of my breakfast on Discord or something. The breakfast I had every day was a peppers and onion omelet, no cheese. I can't have the cheese. With,
Why not?
I don't
Dairy?
know. Dairy, salt, fat, I don't know. No cheese.
Because the flour on the cheese.
Maybe, yeah. A peppers and onion omelet, hash browns with peppers and onions, a sausage patty, a slice of gluten-free toast. And then after a couple of days, I stopped with the gluten-free toast. I didn't need that because it was enough. It was a huge amount of food. So breakfast really got me off and running. The sandwich was perfect, and then dinner was delicious.
Lori Malor says, wow, that sure isn't normal hospital food. You were at the Ritz.
I was at the Ritz. Ange kept calling it the spa because I had a gorgeous view. I had great food.
Private room.
Private room. The nursing care was perfection. They're the best nurses. Everybody, from the people who swept up the room
Very
to the
nice.
nurses to the kids who come to transport you to tests and stuff. Everybody. The nursing students, the people who did my tests, everybody. I would ask them because everybody is smiling and chatting and just seemed happy. Everybody was happy. So I would ask once I get in conversation with them. And I'm good at getting in conversation with people. I can't stand when you're there and you're just silent. So I'd get in conversation and I'd say, you like working here? Everybody said, yeah, it's a great place to work. Everybody.
They love it.
Right. They love it. And they've all compared it to other hospitals they've worked at, which nobody had a good thing to say about a lot of the other hospitals. A lot of them came from the city.
Oh, show them Joe's gift that he brought you.
Oh, where is
Joe? When Joe Coffey went to visit, he came bearing gifts.
Will they be able to see?
Joe and Ann. Yes.
Okay. Ange and Joe brought me a very cute, thoughtful gift. Ange brought me a beagle.
A Snoopy.
A beagle. And it says, on this little heart over here, it says, love you.
Oh.
Love you. I love you, Edge.
Very cute.
So cute. And it comes with a little tag. Not that paper tag, this tag, which it says Peanuts. Snoopy. And then Joe Coffey wanted to bring me something, so he looked to see, and he found this. And he said, everybody needs a good piece of wood. So he brought me, which I happen to love. I love, like, when they make tables out of wood and trees and stuff. So it's just like...
Do we know what kind of wood it is?
I have no idea.
Is it cedar? Is it maple?
I have no idea.
Oak?
You tell me.
I think it's pine. I think it's pine.
It's a pine wood. It's very precious. So that's what I got for my gifts. I love you guys. Yes.
Very nice.
Very sweet. The best people in the world, honestly.
Very nice. Yes.
The best.
Yo, Ange.
Right.
Jill, thank you.
Clearance section. It was 50 cents. Shut up, Angela. Thought that counts. Thought that counts.
He could have gone outside the hospital and just sawed it off a tree for free with his Gerber sawzall.
Oh, he almost went to jail for that thing.
That's all right.
Birch. Ange says it's birch.
Oh, it's birch.
Birch. We live on birch.
Birch. Yeah.
Really? I mean, we live on Maple, but it's right across Street is Birch. I tell everybody that's coming up here, put in Cross Street Birch on your GPS.
Right.
Because we have 3 different Maples. We have Maple Lane. We have Maple Avenue. We have Mapes Lane. We have a ton. We have a ton. In these 2, we're considered between, or like there are 2 towns. And even though our mail goes to one town, our school district is the other town.
Lori
it's
Malora.
all very...
Lori likes the wood. She likes.
I like the wood too.
She loves the wood.
And
birch
makes fun. Yes, all our Oak Street. Yes, all our streets are named for trees.
Trees.
Yeah, here on the mountain. Here on Treaton and Fafo Mountain, we have all the trees.
But the hospital mountain's named after a stone.
Joe did not bring me his buzzer machine. Joe does not trust me around the buzzer machine, RFD. Joe knows he will never see that buzzer machine again. No, I don't want flowers. I hate flowers. What's flowers? They're not even, I don't find them even pretty. I don't know.
Huh.
And then they die. What are you bringing a gift to a person in the hospital that's going to die? What are you saying? What's the thought process behind that? I don't get it. Don't bring me flowers. Even Fafa knows. Don't bring me flowers. It's a lot of work.
Evidently, you're not the only person that feels like that. Because on St. Patrick's Day, I saw this lady. She brought flowers.
Yeah.
Gave it to another lady. And then when that lady turned her back, she took the flowers and just tossed them. Like,
it's a lot of work. So he would bring me flowers. Then he has to get out the vase. Then he has to cut. And this one, I don't know, did you work in a flower shop or did you just know this stuff?
I did work in a flower shop.
He works in a flower shop, so he knew it had to be cut from a certain point. It had to have a certain amount of water. You had to change the water. You had to put in that little packet of the powder.
Floral Life.
Living, and it never failed. In the next couple of days, we had a fight, and the flowers were the first things to go in the garbage. Because I hated them anyway, so that was easy.
That was easy.
Get rid of the flowers. I don't even want your fucking flowers.
But you're not going to get rid of the wood. The wood is forever.
The wood is forever, exactly. That's a better gift than flowers. That's my point.
You can actually get cremated with the wood.
Flowers show rebirth. Do they? Yeah, I'm not a flower person.
Okay.
I don't want a rebirth either. I'm sticking around for a while. I probably almost had a rebirth. Who knows where I'd be floating right now?
Oh, if you didn't go to the hospital?
Yeah.
Man. And you're still taking Lasix. Now you're taking Lasix pills.
Now I'm taking Lasix pills and another, I forget the name of the other one. Yeah. 2 different kinds of water pills. Everybody knows Lasix. If I say Lasix, everybody is like, oh yeah, water pill. Right. And everybody asks the same question. Oh, so you're peeing a lot. Well, yeah.
That's what it's supposed to do.
That's what it's supposed to do.
They give it to racehorses to pee.
They do. Right. So the first time I was on Lasix, they were giving me transfusions too. So I had a lot of Lasix and I had 9 transfusions in 2 days. I went to the hospital Monday in the middle of the night. I got out on Thursday because it was Thanksgiving and I insisted. I didn't care if I had to sign off on the against medical advice. I don't even think I had to. I think they were like, just let her go. She's so miserable here, just let her go. So I was fixed enough. I had the 9 transfusions and all the Lasix I can handle. And I left. And that time I lost, how much weight? 40? 30? 40.
40.
Okay, so that was the week of Thanksgiving. I went on Monday in the middle of the night. I couldn't go to work that Monday. I was too sick. So I was in the hospital Monday, middle of the night, Tuesday all day, Wednesday all day, Thursday I came home. I was home Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I went back to work on Monday because I felt like this. I felt great. I felt better than I had in months and months. So I went back to work and I had lost 40 pounds. And everybody that I worked with swore that I had the weight loss surgery, which, everybody was getting in 2009.
Stomach staple.
Right. So those people, those idiots that I worked with, really thought that I had stomach surgery and recovered so quickly that I was able to come back to work the next week. I'm a modern miracle. Nope. It was just Lasix and transfusions.
So yeah, definitely. If you don't have one of these things,
Get it.
Like when you go to the hospital, there's always some nurse that's her job to go around and take people's oxygen with this thing.
And blood pressure.
And blood pressure.
Right.
Well, this thing tells you something else. Your heart rate?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's see your pulse ox.
All right, you did it already. No.
Let's see.
No. I said no.
All right, I'll take
it. It was
mine.
94. It's enough. How are you feeling, Mr. Sanders? How are you feeling, Mr. Fafo?
I can't talk. I'm taking up my oxygen.
He says to me when they dropped all 96. Good. I was 94.
So we only bought this thing during COVID because they were like, you should all have it. You should all have it. And then during COVID, you couldn't find these things.
Yes.
So then I was telling somebody I can't find. They were like, oh, the CVS in Tarrytown just got a shipment. So I drove all the way to Tarrytown, I happen to be in Tarrytown.
He worked in Tarrytown.
And I went to CVS, and they were like, I got it. So then, and naturally, everything was twice the price it normally was. Yep. So I was like, well, I need it. I got it.
Right.
So it paid for it. It really was worth having in the house. Not for COVID so much, but you did need to use it during COVID. But just for general checking your blood oxygen level.
Yeah.
But it does have batteries in it. Like, I think it takes 2 AAA batteries. So, you always need to change out the batteries, at least.
But at least it's a normal battery. It's not one of those, little
Right, it's not the pill battery. It's a AAA battery.
Not a watch battery.
Right, you get that at the supermarket.
Right, so that's fine. We always have AAA batteries and AA batteries. Everybody does.
We have one new one left. I have to get more.
One new AAA?
Yes.
We need more.
We need AAAs and AAs, because you always need AAAs and AAs.
And don't get the Schlock Store shit. Get Energizer or Duracell. Schlock Store shit doesn't work. Or it works for a day, and then you need batteries.
True.
I know.
I agree.
Uh-huh. I'm glad you agree.
I think I'll get one from my dad, yes, Lori Malore.
Definitely.
I'm surprised you don't have one already, Lori Malore.
Yes. They were giving them for free with COVID. Really?
Din. Well, not here.
Yeah,
Maybe
Karina
on the island,
too.
but not here. Here they were juicing everybody.
No, Karina's saying yeah. Thank you, Melanie. You're a sweetheart. Yeah, guys, so I'm all better. I feel great. 65 pounds down. More to lose. And now you know all there is to know. Fafo made fake... What'd you make? What's it called? Sloppy Joes.
Sloppy Fafo.
Sloppy Fafo, right, yeah. With grape jelly.
With grape jelly.
With grape jelly and tomato
Paste.
paste. That's a new one for y'all. Now here's what you do. You take spoonfuls of the tomato paste
Uh-huh.
and you keep them in that, oblong shape of a spoon,
Uh-huh.
and you plop it into a baggie.
Uh-huh.
And you very carefully close up the baggie
Uh-huh.
without smearing them all together, and you plop them in the freezer.
Oh, there's a good idea. That's what I will do.
And when you need it, you just plop one out,
Take one out.
and you have tomato paste.
Very good idea. I don't have to spray the bag with
Nothing.
oil or anything.
Nope.
So that's what I'll do with the rest of the tomato paste.
There you go.
I was surprised at how thick the paste was. I thought the tomato paste was more like
saucy. Not at all. But we're gonna use it because when we make like spaghetti sauce, even though we use the jarred, we're gonna try adding a little bit of tomato paste.
Yeah, I see people add the paste out of a
tube. Yeah, I like that.
Toothpaste
right.
tube.
Right. So then you don't have to do that.
Where's our beagles tonight? So Izzy's
They're
here.
So quiet.
You can't see. You can see Izzy's butt here. Izzy's butt is here. Lulu's under the chair, and Lucy's on the couch. I'd get up, but then every time they hear my chair close, they're like, "Where are we going? What are we doing?"
Really, Lori? Okay, thank you. Lori has a very important medical gizmo that could save a life. She will be sending it. That's so sweet of you. You put the lime in the coconut and shake them all up. Yes, Mustang. That's a good one.
But yeah, this is good to have. And then we have this wrist blood pressure.
Lori, did you get a blood pressure monitor? We walked you through the steps of exactly how you take your blood pressure.
And then, some medical people tell you, well, it's not accurate on the wrist.
It's very accurate.
Better than nothing, kid.
No, it's not better than nothing. They're very accurate.
And then the ones on the arms that they use in the hospital?
No.
They're all worn out. They're all dirty, filthy.
No,
the Velcro is shot.
They hurt too much.
They're the wrong size for your arm.
Right. They couldn't put it around. I wouldn't let them put it around my arm. I made them put it down here.
If you have small arms, they put the big cuff on you. If you have big arms, they put the small cuff on you. Like these people are...
Right. So I wouldn't let them put it on me here. They put it on me here. And, yeah. It worked just fine. And this works just fine. And my blood pressure is excellent. All the way through all of this, my blood pressure stayed excellent. That's why I wasn't really paying attention to the pulse ox, because the blood pressure was good. Guess I should have paid more attention to the pulse ox. Who knew?
Yeah.
And now we know. And so now I have the Lasix, and I have the other water pill, and I have my cardiologist, who will be keeping tabs and,
every 3 months.
Every 3 months, and running EKGs
echocardiogram
and echoes and all that. So I'm under medical supervision. We're good to go.
For real.
Back.
The chair is operational.
We got my outside chair, the stair lift chair.
Acorn stair lift.
Working in proper working order. It was not working, but who cared? I wasn't going anywhere. First of all, it was winter. Secondly, I didn't feel like moving, so it was fine. But now I feel good, and it's going to be nice weather, so chair's operational. I could go, I could take a little walk, even just the mailbox, my neighbor's house, whatever. Just every day, just to get out. Go somewhere.
Go to the mailbox. Even if you go down the steps, down the ramp, to the mailbox, come back.
Right. That used to seem like outrageously too much. I couldn't. But now I could. Now I want to. And now I think, well, I could make it to my neighbor's house and, go visit and if they're home.
Correct.
Right? Yeah. Correct. Now I feel good.
That's a good walk for you.
That is a good walk for me. Yeah. So if we're not going anywhere for the day, at least we're going to do that. That's perfect. Right. So if you're not walking, walk. If you're drinking too much, check with your doctor. If you're not drinking enough, check with your doctor. Check your pulse ox, check your blood pressure. Do what you could do.
Yeah,
do what
basically,
you could do, guys.
Yeah.
I didn't do any of it. If you're smoking, stop. If you're smoking, use these Velos. They're better than cigarettes. And that's really it.
It is the velo. I have to take it to the store. My beer distributor sells these velos,
You
and
don't take it to the store. You tell him velos. You know what they are.
Jody. He's got like 100 different flavors.
You just have to choose a flavor. Why do you have to take it to the store? Why did you close it? Why do you touch my stuff? Open it back up. It's hard for me to open. Leave it open.
How come it's got?
He closes it again. Open it the way I had it so I could just take from the pouch. Took me an hour to figure out how to open that thing, and then he comes along, and then Fafo comes along and fucks it up. He can't keep his hands off my stuff. It's really unbelievable. I will walk you around this house right now. You will see what this house looks like. But, and Fafo is cleaning up for Fafo Friday, he'll move this. This will bother him so much that this is the problem with what's going on in this house. So when I go to polish my nails, this is not here. Because why? Fafo, where's my nail polish? Oh, I moved it. Stop touching my stuff. Yesterday, he made me delicious chicken salad.
Day before yesterday.
So yesterday, because he's exhausted from his ordeal, he was napping. So he was napping, and I was hungry. It was about 2 in the afternoon. So I made myself a chicken salad sandwich. Literally the first meal I've had to make because Fafo has been on it. Like, what do you want to eat? What could I cook for you? What could I get you? He's the best. So he was sleeping. So I decided, well, I'm just going to toast up some gluten-free bread and make a chicken salad sandwich with, of course, a bag of chips. And then Fafo wakes up, and I couldn't eat the whole thing. I ate half. And I saved the other half, and I knew I'd want it. So I was just sitting here until I wanted it. So Fafo wakes up, and what does he move? My chicken salad sandwich. He decides it needs to be in the fridge. So then I want my chicken salad sandwich, and where's my chicken salad sandwich? It's not here. So I say, Fafo, where's my chicken salad sandwich? He says, oh, I put it in the fridge for you. So he brings it. And the problem with chicken salad sandwich on gluten-free toast is when gluten-free toast isn't properly toasted, it has to be dark and has to be beyond toast. That's when gluten-free bread tastes good, like regular bread. And that's how I made my toast. But when it gets cold, like cold, like from the fridge cold, it loses that crunch factor. If it just stayed here, it would have that crunch factor, which is why I just had it here. So it'd be ready for me to eat.
Oh, see, they're noticing that you're not coughing.
I am not coughing. This is true. So when I wanted it, he brought it to me from the fridge. And what was the problem?
Mushy.
Bread got soggy. Because of all the things in this house.
I would have toasted you up some new bread.
Uh-huh. And what were you going to do with the soggy toast? You can't throw anything out, God knows.
I'd feed it to the birds.
You would have eaten it.
The gluten-free birds.
Now what did you all? You cursed me. Now I'm coughing.
He's coughing.
And now I'm coughing. Now I'm fine. But it's true. I'm not coughing. I'm not having those fits of coughing.
Yes, Colleen.
They asked about that. So first they thought I had COPD. No COPD.
Yeah, I don't know how many times they asked you, do you have COPD?
Then
COPD?
Then they asked me, right, the oxygen. Do you wear
It's like
oxygen?
they all saw the lecture
oxygen?
that morning about COPD.
Right.
They did the fucking online course that day for COPD.
Yes.
And they did give her a COPD inhaler.
Yes, I have a COPD inhaler.
Right.
I don't have COPD. I don't need oxygen, even though I have more oxygen than anybody. Not anybody. I have a lot.
You mean oxygen tanks?
I have tanks. I have the R2-D2 machine. I have it all. If I go down,
but you don't have the Enogen. You don't have.
Fafo is very Fafo. So while I'm still in the hospital and they dropped off all this oxygen, he's like all of a sudden he's, I think I'm having trouble. Maybe I'll put the oxygen on.
I might have been having a heart attack. Who knows?
Don't touch the oxygen, Fafo. Don't touch it. He was ready to sit here.
The guy taught me. The guy showed me what to do.
And he was ready to
Who do you think is the new oxygen tech at this house? Me.
Yes, he's the oxygen tech.
Even
Yeah.
in the hospital, I said to her, "Why are you wearing a cannula? They have the oxygen off. It was on zero."
Because I didn't need it.
Because the guy had taught me the little black ball tells you what number it's on.
Because I didn't need it. They had it up in the hospital because they didn't need it.
So then
I
why
didn't need
didn't
to be wearing it. They didn't need it. That's how they determined I don't need the oxygen. But they had already sent all this oxygen to my house. So
Oh,
now they're coming Monday to pick up all this oxygen.
Lori says, "I'm sorry, no, Fafo. You seem a little down on nurses." Am I
Fafo
down?
seems down on everybody.
Am I down on nurses?
No, Fafo seems down on everybody. What are you kidding me? Fafo and I just had a fight because I was telling him how to make sloppy joes.
Yeah, Carrie, they told me. So the guy tells me, "Listen, you have a propane stove. If your wife wants to cook, she can't cook. She has to wait 5 minutes, change her clothes, and then she can cook. Because the oxygen gets all in your
Yes, Ange, they have it worse. Whatever we have, they have it worse.
all in your clothes, and it can
Yeah, it could ignite. That's what I need. Right, Jolie, exactly. Yeah, he didn't need any of it. Right. Yeah, they are in competition with us on how we feel.
You win. You win. You were in the hospital for 10 days. You win. You win.
No, I don't win. You always win, Fafo. Whatever I have, it's worse for you.
You win.
Nope.
You win.
Joe, yes, Jolie on everything. That's right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you tried to put away your gifts. Right. In the hospital. They had just given me the gifts. He comes to the hospital, Andrew and Joe were there. They had just given me the gifts. The bag that they brought me the gifts in, right away, first thing Fafo decides to do is put the gifts back into the bag. Why?
I had to keep your room organized.
You got to keep my room organized.
You never know when you're going to have a room change.
I'm going to have a room change.
You had 4.
The tiny beagle and the piece of wood had to go back in the bag. All 3 of us yelled at him, like, "Why are you touching her stuff?"
What about the powder? I had to clean up the powder off the floor. So you wouldn't fall and bust your ass.
Because I had just powdered. And the cleaner had not come in yet.
Housekeeper.
Housekeeper had not. They would have. They did, actually, and they did clean. Where you had cleaned up the powder. They went over it with a mop. So it was all clean.
So it was just more work for Fafo.
Fafo makes more work for himself, and then he complains about more work for Fafo. Don't listen.
I could just see you stepping in the powder going, bloop.
I would have owned the hospital. What's wrong with you?
I don't want to own a hospital.
Why not?
It's a lot of overhead. Lori Malora says I seem down on nurses. She doesn't want me to own a hospital if I'm down on nurses.
You have no idea, Lori. You have no idea. Really, you have no idea.
Yes, Leela. So no wonder people catch on fire. So I had no idea. And so this is just from having a cannula in your nose.
That's right.
He says it gets into the fabric of the clothing.
Yep.
So I guess because it's a pure oxygen, it gets into the fabric. And then
you're
flammable. It's like having gasoline on you.
You got to turn on your stove and poof.
So he said if she's going to cook, she's got to change clothes.
Yeah.
You know, he said she could be at the stove probably for a little while cooking without the oxygen, but she's got to change her clothes.
Yeah.
If she has a bathrobe on while she has the oxygen, she has to take all of that off. All of that off. Just
change.
Fresh blouse with no oxygen.
Doesn't that seem like danger? Like regardless.
Well, this is a flammable. This is a hazardous material. This is flammable.
I know,
gas.
And they just leave tons of it in your house.
Well, we have flammable gas outside the house too, propane. We
I
have
know,
flammable liquid down in the basement. We have
my
fuel
propane
oil.
is on. It's not like I have to change.
Listen, hazardous materials are a part of daily life.
I know that.
Your lighter, your little lighter.
Yeah.
Guess what? That's a flammable gas.
I get that. I'm just saying.
But because it's a consumer commodity, they don't put warning. Yeah, they don't.
Well, maybe with the oxygen tanks, and they're so freely handing them out. Here, you get an oxygen tank. You get an oxygen tank. You get an oxygen tank. Everybody gets an oxygen tank, a la Oprah. Okay, and we're all going on fire. Boom.
Firemen got to stay, busy.
Yeah. Great. All right, here's to all of you. I love all of you. Thank you so much for your concern. I'm back. I'm fine. I'm grooving and moving. We're going to get me all better, even better than this, and I'm good. So, I love you all. Mwah. Have a fabulous week if we pop up, and we might now because I'm out there. I'm doing shit.
She's motivated to get out off the mountain.
Off the mountain.
Oh, really? She's got to walk around the mountain first.
I got to walk around the mountain. Right. Without oxygen. So I'm motivated. We could go for lunch. We could go grocery shopping. We could do, not a lot to do here, but we'll do. So thank you all. Thank you all so much. You're all such wonderful, lovely people. Thank you for the super chats. Janice, Melanie.
Joe said you could cook naked.
You could do that too.
But you could burn a nipple like that.
There could be. You could burn a schmeckle like that. You could be.
That'd be a hot sausage.
Say goodnight, Fafo.
Good night, Fafo.
Mwah!
All right, Izzy, we have to move.
Love you all.
Sorry to disturb you, Izzy.
See you next week. Fafo Friday is back.
All right. And Meadow Blues on Wednesday.
Yep, catch 'em Wednesdays. Love you guys.
Okay, bye-bye.
Night.
Oh, here are the Beagles. You guys, somebody asked
there you
about
go.
the Beagles.
Say goodnight to the Beagles.
The Beagles. Good night. Say good night, Lulu. Good night, Lucy. Good night, Izzy.